What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Chris, and this is the first installment of an Average Gamer's Guide to Battlefield 4. Now, if you're interested at all, the rest of the series is going to have some vehicle breakdowns and some map breakdown guides, so if that does interest you, please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned. But for the rest of you who are just interested in a general overview on how to be a better Battlefield player, go ahead and take a look at some of these tips. Now, the first tip that I'm going to give you guys is communication. Communication is absolutely key. This is a team-based game. This is not Call of Duty where you run around like a chicken with its head cut off. You are fighting in vehicles that have multiple player slots, and you're fighting over objectives and not just about getting kills. So to illustrate this point, I'm going to go ahead and run a video clip here of me and my friends taking on several vehicles and capturing some points. I feel like this is a great illustration. Please don't mind the buggy gameplay. This is still just beta, but go ahead and take a look at this action-packed video clip.
Yeah, got him. I'm gonna be nervous. I don't know where that tank. There's still more air, infantry there. Careful, Eric.
Yeah, I'm
I know.
seriously making this tank. Hey, buddy. Nice. Did the disable on that motherfucker? His repairman jumped down bottom. Dude, what the fuck? I'm literally shooting right through them. Shit. I got infantry right in the front, behind that broken car. Can't get a shot.
There's lots here. Get
God,
out.
I love that new reloading
Breaking
feature.
right. Once I get behind these buildings, repair me.
Eyes on enemy helicopter located to the south. Listen up. Objective Echo has just been neutralized.
Is he disabled?
He's probably repaired it by now.
There's a tank coming to A.
Alright, I'll take on that tank then.
Reloading my RPG. 1 second. Okay, we're good.
Fucking infantryman down there is pissing me off, but...
And my tank is going away from A.
Okay. Full reverse. Flip a bitch around the building. Block that. This is where my elite tank skins coming through.
I've spotted an enemy tank.
Look at that shit. That's perfect. Kill that guy. No repairs for you, motherfucker. Now this is what I call a badass co-pilot. Good job, Stefan. Moving on him. He jumped, he's bailing, he's on your left, mile left.
There's a guy behind you.
Got him.
He got me. To your left. Still one on you.
Hold on. I'm bailing out, using smoke from the
5 seconds before. I'm here. Tank's
Ooh,
on
watch
your
out.
ass.
No, I'm gonna cut through these
flip.
buildings.
Distracting, I'm
Guy's down.
distracting.
Guy's down. He's gonna keep coming at me. I'm gonna be able to get behind him. He's not as maneuverable as I am. Guy right behind his left wall. LAV straight ahead. I'm full reverse. Shit, he's gonna be able to beat me around this corner. Ah, bailing out, jumping into B.
Tank's gone.
Take B.
Yeah. Let him come get us. He bailed. Coming down.
Nice. I'm gonna need
I'm
that
getting
tank.
the tank.
Yeah, grab that tank. I'll be right there. I'm gonna finish this cap.
Fuck, he got.
RPG.
He's almost dead.
Yeah, he's disabled. He's almost down. He's dead. Got him.
Nice job.
Right side building. Nice job, everybody, all around. Alright, so I do feel like that's a very good illustration on how exactly to communicate as a team. Now, me and my friend Zytra have played games for, I believe, going on 8 years now together, and not just shooters, but MMOs and other RPGs and strategy games and tower defense games and pretty much everything you can think of we play together, so we do have a bit of a relationship, but nonetheless, being able to have that open line of communication does help, so he understands, as a co-pilot, in the tank, that his job is to repair repair me, is to spot out infantry that I might not see in front of me, is to spot out enemy vehicles, whether they be helicopters or planes or enemy tanks or LAVs, all that good stuff, and then being able to support me with his RPG. Now, it's always best to have a co-pilot that is an engineer because of all these things, and being able to repair and having RPGs is always advantageous to be able to benefit in such a way. Now, my job as a tank pilot is to call out exactly where I'm moving the tank, is to call out enemies that I see and to spot them, and to call out things that concern me. So when he communicates and says, hey, I've run out, or as we put it, I've burned my torch, I understand that he's going to be getting in very quickly and soon, because it's most advantageous for him to get back in, since he's not going to be as useful to me, just standing out there waiting for his torch to go. Now that allows me my freedom of movement again, and so I can communicate exactly what I see and where I'm going on. So I highly encourage you guys to, if you need that extra time, go back and rewatch that clip. I really do think it's a absolutely wonderful piece of illustration on how to communicate better with your team. And the game does have an in-game voice chat, so if you are struggling on having communication, make sure you're using that. I personally have a vent server that I use with several of my friends and an ever-growing list of them that are going to be playing Battlefield 4, so I might not always have it on myself, but if you're one of those people who likes to play solo, communication is still going to be great for you, because having a good squad of people is going to allow you to have friends that you might be able to join up with and make new friends out of strangers, but being able to play better because you're going to have more chances of being revived with defibs and getting support and getting health packs, and just in general being supported in what is a team-based game. So that is, again, communication is 100% key. Point 2 is very big as well, is play the objective. The Battlefield game is completely different than Call of Duty games because of the fact that it is more of an objective-based game, as well as being a team-based game. But the objective-based in the sense that the most popular forms of the game that I've seen is domination and conquest. Whether it be conquest or conquest large, it doesn't really matter. The system is still the same. So you really, it's all about capping these certain points and trying to hold them as best as you can. So you get bonuses for having, for killing people if they're trying to take your objective, and you get bonuses for suppressing when they try to take your objective. And that's not talking about the bonuses that you get when you do it with your squad. When you do it with your squad mates and you have the squad suppression along with the normal suppression bonuses, these all help immensely, especially when you're also marking objectives and working on objectives that either you've marked or your squad leader has marked. So this all plays wonderfully together on why you want to focus on objectives. Yes, there's going to be some times when the action is going to happen between objectives, but you don't want to get bogged down too much in them. You want to be the one that's sneaking behind enemy lines. You want to be the one that is securing your back end and securing those objectives, because you're going to get 200 points for capping the objective and all the bonuses that you get for doing the normal gameplay you'd be doing outside an objective by being on it. So you're going to get that extra bonuses for being there. So again, play the objective. It's going to help you. It's going to help your team. You're going to get a better win-loss ratio, better score per minute. You're going to get better stats all around. Except for maybe accuracy, I guess. That kind of really depends on how good you are at the game. But you're going to get better, almost all your statistics are going to be better if you just play the objective. Now, the best way of playing the objective brings me to my third point, where I say mobility is king. Now, it doesn't matter if you are playing in a vehicle or playing on foot. Being mobile is 100% the most advantageous way to play. The second I cap a point, I'm thinking about moving on to the next point. If there's anybody to defend the point I've already taken, chances are I'm going to just hightail it out of there and move on to the next point that needs to be capped or needs to be defended from larger groups of soldiers. Because if I can lend my support to where it's actually needed, I need to get there as soon as possible. And communicating again with my squad, if I can bring a full squad, I think the new squad size is a total of 5 counting yourself. If I can bring, counting myself, 5 people to a brand new enemy objective, mixing that with the fact that I usually play engineer, and there's probably always going to be someone else that plays engineer as well. That's 2 engineers to help take down vehicles. You got assault, a support, and maybe possibly a recon that's in there that's going to be able to help take new objectives. And that, that being able to bring that kind of a force to an objective, that is a very large force. It's almost like taking a whole transport helicopter and bringing it to an objective. And if you played Battlefield before, that is a lot of enemy infantry to try to root out, let alone if you can bring a vehicle with you to support that kind of advance. So of course, again, move, 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 move. There's almost no real reason to stand still. There's always going to be times when you want to be a little bit on the defensive side, of course, where maybe you're losing and you're having a hard time and you're struggling, stuff like that. But even then, every now and again, try to break through the enemy lines. Try a bonsai charge with the Jeep. Try jumping off a high building and parachuting behind enemy lines. Try to stay mobile. That is going to get you the most points and going to help your team out the most when you can get better spawn points. Okay. Now the fourth point that I want to bring up is going to spam your ammo and health packs. For God's sakes. Between that and spotting, that is like the smallest things that you can do in the game to help your team overall. Now, it doesn't matter if your squad doesn't need ammo, and it doesn't matter if you don't need ammo. Throw a freaking ammo pack or a health pack down on the ground, because if somebody spawns in and they start getting under attack and they are able to run into your health pack and stay alive because of it, or somebody's on a roll and now they're out of ammo and all they have is their sidearm, and maybe they're doing super well on that, like my friend Chopper X always does with pistols, and now now they're almost out of ammo. If they run into your supply pack, now you've got free points and they've got an advantage of being able to stay alive longer, which is advantageous to you because each death that you have on your team takes away a ticket from your team when you're playing Conquest especially. So it's always advantageous. Just put it down. It's better than it just sitting in your backpack not doing anything. You're going to get more points. You're more likely to get points even if it's just in a random area. A little bit of health is going to get you 10 points or 20 points, so might as well give it away, right? So that brings me on to what I consider my last point, which is vehicles, vehicles, vehicles. Oh my god, this is a vehicle game. Please get in the vehicles. Now, I can't tell you how many times playing Battlefield 3 and already in Battlefield 4, I've seen my teams struggling to hold on to points only to die and to come back and see, oh my god, we have 2 tanks, a transport helicopter, and the Viper, or attack helicopter, just sitting there, doing nothing. Everyone's spawning in on the points because they're just playing an infantry game. This is again what I mean. The game is not Call of Duty. It's okay. There can be 2 different games. They both can be enjoyable, but you have to understand how to play them separately. This is a game about playing objectives, playing with your team, and communicating, and bringing in heavy armor. Bringing in that extra advantage you have of bringing in that heavy armor, bringing in, rocket pods compared to what is called small arms fire of a rifle and a pistol. That's always going to be better. So whenever it's available, take it. Even if you're not the best player at it. You know what I mean? Practice it. Get better at it. Follow the other guides that I'm going to be putting up. Follow the other guides that are out there on YouTube. Watch some gameplay and pick up on people's advantages. Ask questions. Go on forums. If you're really serious about becoming a better Battlefield player, whether you're going through competitions or not, there's tons of resources out there. So even when you are sucky at vehicles, the only way that you get good at them is going to be through practice. So I highly encourage you to just pick up a vehicle, get in, try it out, find some guides on how to play them better, and just go for it. Just have fun with it, because that's what the game is all about, is trying and in succeeding and having fun with friends. But again, focusing on vehicles in a vehicle-based game is going to probably help out your team more than anything else that I can really think of at this point. So if you're feeling irritated with some of the people that you're playing with or playing against, feel free to just link them this video. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to have all the answers for them, but hopefully it might steer them in the right direction and we can all play with stronger competition and stronger ally players on our team, so that way we can just feel like we can trust them a little bit more. We don't have to feel so upset when vehicles get taken and wasted in 30 seconds and stuff like that. So, just go ahead and share this video with all your friends that you think would enjoy it and would kind of benefit from it, let's be honest. So, anyway, so if you guys like this kind of videos, I got plenty more coming up. I have plenty more guides coming up on Battlefield 4 on how I would look at each and every single one of the maps and how I would attack each and every one of the objectives. I'm also going to break down vehicles. Even for the vehicles I'm not necessarily so good at, I'm going to try to see if I can either have maybe a conversation or at least just get some of the tips from my friends that are a lot better at them than I, and then I'm going to go ahead and just explain them to you guys. So there's plenty of guides that are going to be coming up in the game with all the expansion packs. And I also do coverage for Total War Rome 2. If you guys play that game or are interested in it at all, take a look at that. There's some great content there. That's where I found most of my success so far. So again, there's plenty of other enjoyable content for you guys. So in the meantime, though, please like, share, favorite, and subscribe. I got plenty more coming up for you, and I'll see you guys next time.